well, our goal has always been to automate the journey for the customer fully and to resolve the customer contact fully. So customer service, or the expectations for the customer journey, let's call it customer journey, the expectations are not shaped by traditional companies, not by telecom operators, I don't know, not even restaurants and hotels or whatever. They are shaped by Facebook, by Google, by Amazon, which means that expectations for customer service are, let's say, inhuman, because you have a question, you want to get an answer right now, this instant. Because if you YouTube something, if you Google something, you get the answer immediately. It varies a bit on the month of the year, but it would be like 100,000 to 150,000, somewhere between that, all incoming contacts altogether in our channels. But even when we started with the chatbot, initially already we created it a bit differently than all the other chatbots out there, because it's sort of my gut feeling that most of the chatbots still are built just to answer your question, to recognize the question, and then you give, I don't know, some sort of answer to you, just an answer to get rid of you. I hate the even the measurement, or what they call it, the deflection rate. It's to get sort of, in my head, that means to get rid of the contact. This has never been the aim of Ainika or all our models, what we have built. Out of all inbound, well, out of chats, it takes, if I take into account all the written contacts coming in from emails and chats, the majority, I think more than 60%, is actually handled by the bot. If I take into account all the incoming contacts in general, I think it's like 40% of all the inbound, and I take into consideration absolutely every single channel that we have. I mean, among sales shops, contact, customer service, emails, everything coming in, it's like 40%. So it's something that I'm quite proud of, actually. When I think about Danica today, when we talk about Danica, we don't talk about chatbot anymore. I think that's the main difference. When we talk about Danica is more like automating the customer service. So different AI projects put together, different models, different applications working together in order to create the customer journey to be a smooth one, basically. So this is Annika today. Annika never just gives you just a general answer, or just, I don't know, link, just go read from there on your own. It always takes into account the full journey you have to go through in order for your question to be fully resolved. So it's philosophically different. It's seeking for solutions for the customer, never just the answers. And that means that a huge part of Anika is somewhere that is not visible for the customer, or, well, anyone else basically, outside our organization. Few success stories out there. There are, but there are too few success stories out there, and it's so easy to go or choose the wrong track. I mean, let's say the same chatbot example. It's so easy to create a stupid chatbot that does nothing for you business wise. And then you just conclude that since you created a proof of concept with a chatbot that just understands what the customer is asking, and you just provide just a stupid, simple answer, and no one cares and customers are not happy, you just conclude that chatbots don't work. It's not the chatbot that doesn't work, it's you behind the chatbot that doesn't work. You have to rethink the way you approach this technology. You can't think about it as an IT. You can't think about it as a computer program. You can't think about it as program it, because all those things are required, but you have to redesign the way you do business beforehand. Well, I think there's, like I said, two companies don't interact with each other. I think trust is always built between people. And I think, in a way, the trust was there, or just appeared there, quite quickly, because you guys, actually, you were the first ones to listen what sort of problems we had, not selling me the product that you had built in your garage, and you thought that is like the coolest thing ever because it's AI, and you didn't need me to adapt to your product. It worked the other way around. You listened to what our actual problems were, and then you built a solution for our actual business problems. And I think that's the key to most of the problems we have, and the projects actually as well. Most of the projects have been so successful because they're built on actual business problems, and you have solved our problems. It was not us who had to sort of adapt to your product, and I think that's the key.